What's going on, guys? Jeff and It here with a brand new video for you guys. We're going to talk about the balance post here today, but real quick, if you haven't subbed yet, please do so. I'm just a married guy trying to validate gaming, so the more subs I have, the easier it is for me to convince my wife to let me game. So do me a solid here. Do me a solid. Hit the sub so I can keep doing this. Okay, so the balance post came out. Actually, I think this came out yesterday. The post itself. The patch is for today specifically, so I just wanted to quickly just kind of roll through this, talk about what they're changing, and then I guess just what I think about it from a strategist standpoint, because this is kind of meant to help out the strategists, and I am a strategist main, so I found this to be quite a relevant patch as far as like my gameplay goes and how things that I do will be affected. So I was very interested to see what they were going to do. So let's take a look at this real quick. First is Vanguard. Captain America is first and foremost. They're just reducing his base health from 650 to 600. That's not huge. It's not anything like wild. Like 100 would have been crazy. Just 50, I think, might prove to be a good balance. I'm going to play some games today here and kind of see if things feel a little bit different. But just a little bit of a decrease in his health is good, because his survivability was pretty nuts with this season 2 patch. He wasn't like, when I would play against Caps, I didn't really find them to be doing anything super impressive. They were just so annoying. You know, it's like having two Venoms on the map at that point. You just can't kill Captain America. It was just something you're just constantly avoiding it, but he's not killing you. He's just there, just like messing with you all the time. So I think this could definitely help out a little bit here. And also the Sentinel Liberty will see some reduction in survivability. Doctor Strange will experience a reduction in the energy cost of his ultimate, amplifying his mystical menace on the battlefield. So that's actually, it's going to charge quite a bit faster. Instead of 3,400 energy needed, it's only 3,100. That's sizable. I mean, that'll be a quicker ult for sure. I don't necessarily know that this is exactly what Strange needed. I kind of feel like he just, either his shield needs to be a little bit better, or he needs to get some movement, or he needs to deal a little bit more damage or something like that. I don't really know that this was really the answer to, like, I guess in quotes, fix his kit, but it's something. It is something. And with the team up with him and Scarlet Witch right now, you could argue like buffing Doctor Strange too much would then make that team up way too OP. So maybe this is more of like an acceptable balancing situation. For Groot, the Ironwood wall is going to be reduced from 700 to 600. That's a lot. Like I said earlier with Cap, just 50 is like, it's something. 100's a lot. 100 health is a lot here. The biggest issue with Groot right now is the walls, truthfully. You can't heal through them. Speaking from a strategist main standpoint, when those walls are up, if they're not being taken down, and it takes a while to take them down if you're the only one doing it, it makes it very, very hard to heal your team. So seeing that health reduction, that's good. I think that is a very, very good balance there for that. Okay, for the duelists, and I know this is what a lot of people were waiting for. They wanted to see this. Spider-Man is getting nerfed. They're tightening the webbing on Spider-Man's hit detection range. This has been a complaint since the beginning. It's just like a fly in, press the buttons, and you're going to hit it. It's like, it's so ridiculous that Spider-Man can like uppercut in this direction, and you're over here, and he hits you. It's like, it's the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen. And they definitely need to change that. However, they decreased the damage range of the amazing combo from a 5-meter radius to just a 4-meter radius. I don't know if that's enough. Time will tell. Like I said, I'm going to play some today and just kind of see if this feels a little different. But just from like reading this and knowing how he plays and knowing how it feels having a Spider-Man on the field, I don't know if that's enough. Like, truthfully, I don't know. I feel like it might, in all honesty, be irrelevant, but we'll see. I mean, obviously I would imagine they tested these things before they rolled this out, so maybe it does make a change. I'll trust them that it's enough, but you know, I guess we'll see. Bucky is getting a combat upgrade. Okay, good little thing here for the Winter Soldier, ramping up his threat level and firepower on the field. Adjust the tainted voltage ability to have 2 charge levels while keeping the cooldown time unchanged. 2 charge, so that is for his his like his voltage like ball or beam or whatever it is. I don't really know what that means. 2 charge levels. Does that mean he can do it twice? Does that mean like he has like 2 charges of it, or does that mean like you can charge it up? That I don't know. But either way, I think that that's a good upgrade for him. For the strategist, okay, this is where I'm super interested in seeing what this is going to look like. For Adam Warlock, they're enhancing the Avatar of Life sustainability to keep him fighting for cosmic justice. Add a new effect to Quantum Magic. When a critical hit lands on an enemy, reduce the cooldown time of Avatar Lifestream by 1 second. Sweet. Anytime you have something that's going to be reducing cooldowns, like that's a big deal, especially for a healer. It's got to be a critical hit, though. Interestingly enough, so it is kind of left up to chance. Arguably, I guess I would say it's a fair balancing situation. Cloak and Dagger. As Cloak, increase the damage of the Dark Force Cloak by 75 to 80 per second. Okay, so that's dealt per second. As Dagger, increase the damage of the Light Force Dagger on hit from 15 to 18. That's sizable. Cloak's pretty good. Cloak is pretty good now, I think. Before, I would say with Season 2, and I've said it before, I've kind of like put her in lower tier list levels. If you guys have not seen my tier lists, definitely check them out. I'll put a card up here at the top for you guys for the most recent one. But now we might need to rework that tier list just a little bit because of these changes. But nonetheless, Cloak as a healer, as like a dedicated healer, you're going to see good numbers. Those numbers I have found to not always be super relevant to actually like active healing at the right times and in the right places. But doing a little bit more damage, like that's pretty cool, because Cloak was definitely one of the characters that you really didn't want to have someone dive on you when you were playing Cloak and Dagger. So dealing a little bit more damage, that's good. That is definitely something that we wanted to see, and that was something the devs did say that they were going to do. So I think putting that on Cloak is a good thing. For Luna Snow, they're ramping up the K-pop sensation's damage output when she strikes enemies from a distance. Adjust the damage fall-off of light and dark ice from 60% at 40 meters to 75%. So this is kind of like the opposite of what needed to be done, I think, right? Because now she's dealing more damage at distance, but she needs to be dealing more damage close up. This is a really interesting one. And I don't know why they did this, but I kind of wonder if this is more, if her change is kind of more kind of more geared toward maybe keeping a dive at bay. When you think about some of like the charging heroes like Thing, Cap, Wolverine, people like that, if she's hurting them a lot more from distance, they might be a little bit less likely to actually commit to that dive. So that is something that I think could be interesting. Plus, if you're freezing, if you're they're just beelining it right at you and you're hitting your shots, you're hitting some headshots with her. Plus, you get the freeze on them. More damage at distance actually could be quite helpful. But as far as like already actively being dove, I mean, this isn't really the buff we were looking for. But time will tell. We'll see. Mantis, we're empowering Mantis's damage output to reflect her true fighting self. Increase the hit damage of life energy blast from 50 to 55. Okay. I don't know. Maybe that's good. I'll be honest with you guys. I have not played Mantis at all. I don't even know what her skills do, so I'm not sure what this is actually helping, but it seems like a minor tweak. It's like a little bit of damage increase, kind of like with Dagger, 15 to 18. With her, it's 50 to 55. So any damage that she's dealing at close range is going to be a good buff. So it's probably good, but I've never played. I've never played as Mantis. I probably should now reading this. I'm definitely going to be taking some time here to play with these heroes a little bit more and just see how it feels, see if it feels a little bit different, especially Cloak and Luna. I've never really been super big on Warlock myself as a player. The playstyle doesn't really connect with me, but these two, Cloak and Luna, I think I'll probably try them out a little bit more now that we have this update. For the team up abilities, Stars Align, Captain America, Winter Soldier, upon leaping to a teammate, Stellar Impact will provide 50 bonus health to allies within range. That's cool. You're giving health to anybody that's around you, whatever that range is. 50 bonus health is a lot of health. That can be a game changer in a big fight. So that's really, really interesting. And what's interesting is seeing this team up ability come, in the wake of seeing a nerf to Captain America. So he's losing his health, but he's actually going to be regaining, basically, more or less, if you want to think of it this way. He'll be getting that 50 health back during team up instances with Bucky. So that's pretty interesting. Bucky seems like we're probably going to see a lot more of him. He got 2 buffs. But the only side to that is, with that being said, you're going to have Captain America on the field. So if it does prove that his survivability is much, much less, just because of that 50 health change in the way that his skill affects his survivability, you might not see the team up so much, but I do think we're going to see a lot more Winter Soldiers. I would like to look into this and see what these 2 charge levels actually mean. But either way, like I said, it's going to be good. So yeah, I'm actually about to hop into some games here and just kind of see how this feels. But these are the updates, guys. I hope this is helpful to you based on characters that you play. And I hope this gave you some good insight into maybe how things might look a little bit different. So, maybe don't beeline it at Luna right now. Maybe be a little bit more careful on Cloak and Dagger and Mantis too. So yeah, I hope that this is good. I was really hoping to see something for Jeff or Rocket. I mean, I'm hoping to see it, but, I don't personally think that they need it. Obviously, I would love to see like a damage buff, even if it's just against tanks for Jeff, or, maybe a little bit more damage coming from Rocket's actual gun rather than doing like when you're doing just the healing. But I think both of them are like really, really good. So I understand why they didn't buff them. But, if I'm going to be a little selfish, I would have loved to have seen that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will get some new content up here of actual gameplay here pretty soon. And depending on how gameplay feels, I'll definitely be reworking a tier list here for you guys here soon. So if you haven't subbed yet, please do so. I'll see you guys in the next video.